Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Chris Blake has just boarded the plane.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Zane Harvey has just boarded the plane.
I want it all, and I want it now.
Spelzing became a member of the cabin crew.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Rui Colasso has just boarded the plane.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Lucas Santos has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Joao Silva has just boarded the plane.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Pug Freak 1 has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Tariq Matop has just boarded the plane.
I want it all, and I want it now.
Dirk Carmelk became a member of the cabin crew.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Matt Exner has just boarded the plane.
I want it all, and I want it now.
Jos Van Damme became a member of the cabin crew.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Dave Starr has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Mehmet Ali Sakt has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Jason Rouse has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Big Mus has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Jape Internet has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Dylan Kelly has just boarded the plane.
What? Thank you! Did we just become best
Hey,
friends? Yup!
hello everyone. Welcome
YC
to
Records has
Fighting
just boarded the
Fantasy.
plane.
Alerts are still going off, and I hit 5,000 subscribers on
We just become best
YouTube.
friends,
How
yep.
awesome is that? I hope you guys can hear
Yansky1
me.
has just boarded the plane.
Just gotta wait for these alerts to finish, guys. Just gonna munch some popcorn while I
Thank
do.
you! We just become best friends. Yup!
How is everybody? You alright, Yellow?
Captravi 1970 has just boarded the plane.
I want it all.
I don't know why they're not showing up anymore.
Now.
Tom Stubbs became a member of the cabin crew.
There's a few since we last been streaming.
Thank you! We just become best friends. Yup!
You know.
Sandro 320100 has just boarded the plane.
I want it all, and I want it now.
Cobra Jake became a member of the cabin crew.
Cobra Jake, thank you for that, mate.
What? Thank you! We just become best friends. Yup!
Gary Keane has
They should
just
be showing.
boarded the plane.
Don't know why they're not anymore. Kind of like crashed or something. Anyway, that's it, I think. Wow. That's a lot of people since we last streamed, you know. And I want to thank you all for subscribing and supporting the channel. 5,000. You know, it's like something on 5,010 at the moment. It kind of goes up and down, so I didn't want to say anything until it was well over 5,000 because it could dip down below again, and then I haven't got it. So, but anyway, here we are, guys. Fighting Fantasy Freeway Fighter. Oh yeah, this is a solid, really good book. Now, I gotta say, I think we're having a little internet issue here. If your stream is buffering, just refresh it, because I've seen mine on the actual console is still got the 3-minute countdown timer on it. So you might get a bit of lag, you might get a bit of buffering. Just refresh your screen, and that's going to be my end, because I think the internet's playing up a little bit here. So sorry about that, apologies for that. But anyway, here we go. Freeway Fighter. This is book number, what is it, 14 in the series? They're not even numbered in that book. Let me check out this book. I think it's number 13 or 14 in the series. It's a really good book. This book doesn't even have... Here we go. Yes, it does. This is book 13. Lucky 13, guys. Wow. And I also want to... guys... Fuck it hell. I just want to say and pay tribute. We lost somebody today, or the last 12 hours, who was so funny and such a great asset to television. You know, you guys all know Matthew Perry passed away, and it's just such a shame. It really is. Like Chandler Bing, man. Oh my God. You know, could we be reading these anymore? Like, it's such a shame he's passed, but I just wanted to say that because it happened. Hey, Rhymester, how's it going, mate? You're so good so far. This end, good. We're all set up. We're all ready to go. We're all raring to go on the Freeway Fighter. Look at the fonts on Freeway Fighter, guys. Does that not look like the font of Guardians of the Galaxy? Hey, how cool is that? Honestly, like, that is the font of Guardians of the Galaxy film. So, now in this book, this is actually set on Earth. This book is set on a future dystopian Earth. And I think it's actually set in California because they reference San Angelo, which kind of almost sounds like, you know, I don't know, some sort of Los Angeles thing. But yeah. So, and for anybody who's just joining in, who reads these books but perhaps hasn't watched these live streams, we've tweaked the way things work just to make it a bit more interesting, you know, mainly to do with the battle. And the fact is, in our backpack we can only hold 7 items, so I need to roll for skill and stamina and all that juiciness. This book has been dedicated to Ronnie, so don't know who Ronnie is, but Ian does. Right, so personal abilities we have a skill. Let's see what our skill is, guys. Go get your pens and paper, jot these stats down, because you guys are going to need to keep a track of these. I have, I think, been given a map of this book by Rhymester, but I'm not going to be using it because I like to kind of know not know what's coming up. I like to be as surprised as you guys. But I've read this many times. I think I've only ever completed it once in my life. This book is unique as well in the fact that it doesn't actually have a reference of turn to 400. The book ends on page 3 or reference 380. So it doesn't have 400 entries in it. So it's a pretty unique book in the fighting fantasy world. Do you know what, guys? You guys, you'll never guess this, right? We might have a special guest watching us, right? Because where I work, right, the customer came in, right? And was saying, like, I don't know how we got around to talking. Like, I think it was like, what you doing on Sunday type of thing, you know. And she was spending time with her family. And I said, oh, I'm doing a book reading on YouTube Live. I do these books, adventure books, where they make the decisions and it sort of determines the story. She goes, oh, my son reads stories similar to that, where they're like it's like a fighting, there's like fantasy. And I was like, my ears just, you know, perked up. Fighting fantasy? She goes, yeah, and then you make decisions, and you know, he's really into all that. I said, fighting fantasy books, they're the books I'm talking about. She got me to write down my YouTube name, and she was like, she was going to watch. So if you're in the chat, love, like if you're watching, let us know, because that would be so cool. Like, this stream I think is going to be a dog's bollocks stream, because in terms of a turd, because like that's just paused now. And the stream quality has gone down the tube. I haven't dropped any frames, but the internet, I think, is just diabolical. The console... What does it look like to you? Is it okay on your end, guys? Is the stream okay? Let me know, please, in the chat below. I think it's so far behind and laggy, because this one here, I've got two versions of my stream up. I got the what you guys see, and then I got my control panel. My control panel still says 1 minute 11 seconds. It's still on the countdown timer. The one that you guys see is just gone down to like 240. It's so low quality. In fact, let me turn, 144 it's gone down to. Usually I have that set to 1080p, so I see exactly what you guys see, but it's all good your end, Yellow? It's freezing sometimes. Yeah, guys, I can only apologize. It's the internet here. Must be having a spaz day. So I just apologize for that. But we'll make do with what the best we can. Right, let me roll for skill here. It says roll 1 and add 6. I rolled a 3, guys. We got a skill of 9, our character does. That's not too bad. That's okay. How is everybody, though, in the chat? Like, how is everybody? Let me know what you're up to today. It says roll 2 dice and add 24 to the result. How mad is that? Roll 2 dice and add 24. I rolled a 9, guys. I rolled a 9. That's 33 stamina we have today. 33 stamina. Guys, I could go all night. And then it says luck roll 1 and add 6. So I rolled a 5, which gives us a luck of 11. That's not too bad a character. Skill 9, stamina 33. Now it also says to give this character a name. It says driver's name on the adventure sheet, and somebody's written a whole load of shit on this book. Whoever owned this book previously has filled out the adventure sheets, guys. Oh. But yeah, my driver's name is going to be Perry in honor of Matthew Perry. So that's going to be the driver's name. Okay. Let's see here, guys. I just want to talk about Matthew Perry for a second, and then that'll be it. Like, the reports say that there were no drugs involved because he had a very long and sad history of addiction, and he was recovered. Like, last thing I'd heard, he'd gotten over it and he was recovered, but he drowned in his hot tub. Right, man, I'll tell you this now. Being at home, possibly on your own, is no laughing matter. There was an actor who got crushed by his car, and nobody knew, like, for a couple of days, because he was home alone, and I think he'd got out of his car, hadn't put it in the parking brake thing, and it just run him over. So, like, hard. Like, living on your own, guys, be very careful, because I think what had happened is he'd been in his hot tub, slipped and cracked his head, because he drowned. So he probably, but was because he was on his own. So you guys take care of yourselves. If you guys live alone, look after yourself. Don't put yourself in situations where you could end up, not watching this video. Like, seriously, like, yeah. Anyway, so car specifications now. Your car's armor and weaponry will also be determined by dice rolls. We have firepower. Okay, we have, it's just behind about 20 seconds. Oh, okay, that's okay. So our car has firepower, which says roll 1 die and add 6 to the number. Guys, I rolled a 5, so that's 11. Our car, the Dodge Interceptor, is our car, and it has a firepower of 11. And this is the firepower score is a measure of the car's engine power, okay? You guys can't even hear the desktop audio. Let me put that on. The car's engine power and its effectiveness of its machine guns. Firepower may increase or decrease during your journey, but it'll never go over the initial value. Okay? It doesn't say what happens when it goes down to 0 either. I guess it's just a useless, defenseless car now, so I don't know. Then it says it's got armor, so roll 2 dice and add 24. I rolled a 6, and it says 24, so our car's armor has got 30. We're just a little bit more tougher than our car, is basically what we're saying here. It says, in addition to its machine guns and an unlimited supply of bullets, the car can also carry missile weapons, which may be used during combat. 3 canisters of iron spikes and 2 rear-mounted oil sprays with 1 canister of oil each, which may be used when the option is given. These missiles must be crossed off when you use them. So, like I said, we have iron spikes. We have, in fact, how many iron spikes do we have? 3 lots of iron spikes to use. Okay, so if somebody's following us, iron spike them, deflates their tires. And 2 canisters of oil, which I'm going to guess is for the car, to grease it up. We also have some car accessories, which I'll go through in a second. Spare wheels and shit, basically. It says also, fuel may be acquired during your journey, and it should be entered in the adventure sheet in the space provided. Other modifications and accessories for your car which are required will also be noted down. Armor may increase or decrease, but will never go over its initial value. Any hot rod sounds? Ah, I need, yes, guys, we need. Hang on, let me. That's a good one. That's a good shout. That is. Let's get this going, mate. Let me get. So we want. We want some master blasters, don't we? Let me see. I obviously I don't want simulating a car engine. What the hell's this? Let's see what this is. Simulating a car engine. Here we go. Oh yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah, mate, that'll work. That'll work. We'll use that one. Let me put that over here. We'll use that when we need it. Definitely. That's to start the puppy up, that is. That is definitely to start it up. That's good call, Rhymester, yeah? Right, combat, there's hand-to-hand fighting, okay, which is going to be done in the normal way we do it. And then there is shooting, and if you've got a gun, it's going to be different, I guess. Don't really say how different though, because it looks the same. You roll against your skill, whoever's got the attack, who's higher, successful, deductions from the injured party stamina. Missile weapons cause varying amounts of injury. You roll a dice. So basically, if we got a gun, we roll a dice to determine how much they've lost. Okay? Vehicle combat, that's done by using the firepower score of your opponent's vehicle against ours. We're going to do it in the exact same way as our combat system, but using the firepower car of the other, you know. You just need the Thunderdome playing in the background on the cover. Oh, Tony, mate, how's it going? Welcome in. The Thunderdome. Do you know what? We need the Thunderdome music, don't we? That's what we need. Guys, that time when I played a load of music, I got copyright striked up to my eyeballs, honestly. I'm not playing music again on this channel. I've only just settled the copyright strikes. Obviously, they've now gone off. I've cleaned them off. But man, I had loads of things coming after me when I played all that music. They thought I was playing music that I wasn't actually playing either. It was a bit weird. Dude, this guy has nuked this book. Look at this. He's written in it completely. Whoever owned it, does he put his name in it? Is it like owned by, you know, Gary or something? No, he hasn't. Too embarrassed to, that's why. Okay. Oh, look at this! Dudes! Look at the date! Guys, it's not set in the future, by the way. It's set in the past. The date line is the 21st of July, 2022. Guys, this happened last year, by the way, this book. Did you ever think he would get to that? This book obviously was written first off in like 1985, so 2022 was proper future, you know what I mean? Now, it's fucking last year, old news bulletin from last year, guys. I'm here with the news from last year. The disaster happened just at a time when the world was beginning to enjoy itself. Guys, I have a feeling this book is going to predict COVID. Nobody could have predicted such a catastrophe. World War III had been averted, and the power blocks of East and West were now working towards world peace and unity. Revolutionary farming techniques had all but been eradicated from hunger, and increased mobility had led to people's greater understanding of one another. The morning of the 21st of July, 2022, had started just like any other. It was going to be a hot day, and the news on the holovision was good. A government spokeswoman proudly announced that the solar energy now powered 90% of the homes and 70% of the industry. Guys, I can't even believe that bullshit. The fossil fuel massive oil giants would never allow that. I'm telling you now. Even though it's totally possible, they'd never allow it. The 3-day working week was now the norm. Guys, that is true. Most people will do 3-day working week in the UK. That's so true. Guys, this book predicted the future. Guys, it got it spot on for a lot of things. England was to play the United States in the soccer finals of the World Cup in Sydney. We need to know when the last World Cup in Sydney was held and who was playing. However, there were only hours to go before the shit would hit the fan. And it would be the beginnings of the collapse of civilization when the bats came out to play. Later that day, an unknown disease called COVID in our world, an unknown disease, guys, Ian Livingstone predicted the future back in the 80s. An unknown disease broke out in New York and spread with such devastating speed and fatality that before the government could get those little tester kits out, scientists realized what was happening, and they had to get Boris Bloody Johnson. We're going to try a few things, everybody. We want you to stay indoors as much as you can, okay? And then don't do anything stupid. Don't go partying with people and like that. Honestly, this is COVID, guys. This Ian Livingstone predicted COVID, or caused it, maybe, to make this book a little bit more selling. Hey, Ian? You got something you want to tell us, mate? Sounds so close to what's happening now. It's unbelievable, isn't it, mate? Honestly, so true. Women's World Cup only on this year in Sydney. Yeah? Fucking hell, this is... Half the population died. The disease spread throughout the world, carried by airplane passengers. That's how COVID got around the world, guys. And decimated population centres everywhere. Everyone had to quarantine for like a year, but it still didn't matter. Killed a lot of people. All attempts at quarantine were useless. 4 days after the outbreak, 85% of the world's population were dead. Dude, that is devastating. 4 days, 85% of the planet? Fucking hell. People were literally just giving it to each other. Communications, essential services, transport, administration, broken down completely. Complete shit out. There was no one left to try to find the cause of the outbreak. It might have been a mutated virus or some lethal germ unknowingly released from a chemical warfare laboratory, or fucking bat soup, you know. It was mere speculation, and nobody really cared anyway, as survival was the top priority now. Gotta survive. Guessing it's just me with the worst connection ever recorded. Spelsing, mate, no, it's not you, it's me. The internet here is having a death day today, and it keeps buffering on my end, so I'm very, very sorry. I'm going to try and help it by getting rid of that one, and maybe it will be better now. Hopefully. Let me refresh this. I don't know if this is going to nuke you all, but I'm going to refresh this page in the hopes that it will catch back up again. I don't know if that's nuked everybody. But it's not you, Spelsing, mate. It's me. It's me. Right. Hopefully, I'm going to put my hand up on it when I see it. And then I'll know how... Right. So when I see my hand go up now, and it's 30, I'm going to see how long... It's buffering still, mate. Yeah, sorry. It's my end, mate. There's just not enough internet here happening. The speed with which 62.5 million per hour were dying? Fucking hell. 62.5 million an hour for it to happen in 4 days. Tony's done the maths. Thank you, mate. You just refreshed and you're up to date. That's the way to do it. If it buffers for a long time, just bloody refresh it, guys. The speed of which civilization fell into ruins was frightening. Most survivors did not know why they still lived and didn't know how to go on living. Also sounds a bit like the snap in Infinity War, this does as well. Oh man, brute force became the law. Riots, looting, destruction and drunkenness were commonplace. People would even kill for a can of beans. Fucking must have been really tasty beans to kill somebody for one. Tin of beans, mate, they're everywhere. Honestly, I've got about 20 in the cupboard. Like, seriously, they're everywhere. Don't think you guys are coming after me for my beans, man, I'm telling you. Large cities were soon abandoned due to the lack of food and risk of disease. 6 months after the disaster, there remained two kinds of people. Those who wanted order again, and those who reveled in the disorder. The former grouped themselves into small towns and built defenses around them. Inside, they appointed leaders and began the task of self-sufficiency. These fortress towns became the homes of the military, farmers, doctors, and people concerned with the rebuilding of civilization. The other group lived in a wild and brutal existence outside. They were the new barbarians, roaming the land in cycle or car gangs. They terrorized or wiped out any small pockets of civilization they came across. Basically, knobheads. You were one of the lucky survivors living in a fortress town, which has been called New Hope. Hey. You are working on the design of an early warning system to protect the town when you hear a knock at your door. Kimmy, it's Avon calling. It's two members of the town council and they look very excited. They tell you that their radio has just picked up a message from a fortified oil refinery near San Anglo in the south. The people there are willing to exchange 10,000 litres of petrol for grain and seed to improve their food production. The inhabitants of New Hope could certainly use the petrol for generators and agricultural machinery. Being offered 10,000 litres of this rare commodity is too good an opportunity to miss. Mate, smells like a trap to me. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's too good an opportunity to miss, though. Especially as there's surplus stocks of grain and seed. Got more grain and seed than we know what to do with. The council have agreed to the deal and are now looking for somebody to undertake the journey to San Anglo to deliver these sacks. Bit like Santa, innit? And drive the petrol tanker back to New Hope. It will be a long and dangerous journey through the lawless country. The two men that they think you are the best... Hey, what? The two men tell you, that they think you are the most gullible person to undertake such a mission and the best trained. Yeah, we think you're the best trained for this suicide mission. They're going to ask you if you would like to volunteer. Would you like to volunteer? They tell you that a Dodge Interceptor will be prepared for the journey. A Dodge Interceptor.
Energy is released when that fuel is burned.
What? Guys, that's not what a Dodge Interceptor...
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a Dodge Interceptor right there. There's your Dodge. Guys, I didn't realize there'd be audio talking in that bloody video. Dodge Interceptor will be prepared for your journey. It'll be fitted with the machine guns, radio, roof-mounted rocket launcher, ram bars, loudspeaker with various defenses, including rear oil spray, tire shredding spikes, armor plating, and bulletproof windows. Yeah, but it hasn't got Bluetooth, mate. I want to hook up my iPod and listen to some tunes while we're driving. You don't need convincing, as the benefit to New Hope is going to be massive. This pioneer journey might be the start of the link between the new societies trying to bring about civilization. If you succeed, you tell them that you will do the job and begin your preparations immediately. Do you know what? if I was this chump, I wouldn't be working on an early warning system. I'd be working on how to make more fuel. Like, let's put our brain power into making fuel rather than having to go on a dangerous suicide mission to buy it from this dodgy dealer down an alleyway. That sounds not legit to me. 10,000 liters sounds too good to be true, because it isn't. Honestly, why don't you get, like, with the banana skins and making fuel shit? Like, do you know what I mean? That's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be working on early warning system. Like, man with the binoculars as his early warning system as you're going to get. You don't need to be putting brain power for that, mate. You just get somebody high up with a pair of binoculars scouting around. Hey, we got trouble coming on the horizon. It's about 30 minutes out. Do you know what I mean? Working on an electric fence to keep the crimes out of New Hope. Yeah, the crim's out. Seriously, this guy is not all there. I'm telling you now. He needs to be working on fuel. That's the most important thing. Or working maybe on new technology using the sun to use instead of car exhaust, will be fuel burning. And how about creating these generators to work off sun power rather than fuel? I don't know. Anyway, over the next 2 days, there's a montage where you supervise modifications to the interceptor, and you got some cool music as you make these mods, you know, and it's finally ready. It looks like a battle car. It looks like, and it sounds like a battle car. The Dodge Interceptor. Yeah. Okay. Do the fuel dance, maybe. Just like in Footloose when he's in that factory, eh? When it's finally ready, it looks like a battle car. You check it one last time to ensure that the weapons work and that all your equipment has been packed away in the various equipment compartments. You run through the checklist, the map, the flashlight, the medkit, the compass, the food, the water. You fill up the fuel canisters with 2 spare wheels as well, and a Mr. Flat You Fix instant puncture repair kit with tools. Finally, you put the shoulder holster on your revolver and leather jacket, put that on, and it carries bullets and a knife. Satisfied that you're ready, you climb into the driver's seat, peering through the narrow steel slit that is now your windscreen, so you've only got like a letterbox to look out of. You see the town's population gathered to wave you goodbye. It's early morning, guys. It's early morning and they're coming to wave us off. Guys, I got my Dodge Interceptor over here. You start up the engine of the Dodge Interceptor. Ooh, yeah! That's it, come on! Let's rev that engine! Come on! Oh, yeah! Oh, baby! Oh, whoa! You sure I'm the right man for this job? Because I seem to be getting off on just the car alone. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, honestly. You crawl forward to the gates leading to the outside world. It's over a year since you last ventured beyond the walls of New Hope, and you're excited at the prospect of what you're gonna find. What's this spell saying? Sorry, Adam in chat, not working for me so good. Oh, mate, sorry that the internet's crapping out, mate. I'm very sorry. Sorry, mate. Anyway, guys, that's the intro, mate. That is the intro for this book. What do you think to that? I don't know why the internet's so bad today. I really don't. I gotta figure out what's going on. Let me do a speed check test. Because if it ain't gonna, if the internet's not good enough, there's no point in doing it. I'd rather wait. and do it like next week or something. Look at that. What is going on? The download rate. Man, I pay for more than that. The upload rate. Oh my gosh. Has its good moments and its bad moments. Well, it's definitely its bad moments today. Yeah. Although that should still be enough, right? Should still be enough. I don't get it. I don't know, man. My bit rate's only like 10,000, which is fine. You're buffering a lot as well. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. There's no point doing a video like this live stream if the stream itself is having issues, because we ain't gonna enjoy the book, and we ain't gonna see it. I would rather pause it here and maybe start again next week, right? Next Sunday, and actually start the book. So this is like part 1. When the internet might be better. What do you think, guys? Because everyone's buffering. I'm even buffering. I never buffer here. And even I'm buffering. It's like you guys are going to miss choices. You're not going to hear what I'm saying. There's no point. Absolutely no point. We've rolled all the things. We got all our stats. We'll just wait till next week, guys, I think, because this is just not happening. For some reason, I don't know why. You know. What if I end chat and then restart? It don't work like that, mate. I've refreshed my control panel page 3 times during the stream. But you can't end the chat and start again. That doesn't... You mean stop the stream and start it again? Because that's not going to solve anything. Oh, man. Unbelievable. This is the first time this has ever happened. Never had this issue. Let me look at the internet. That's maxed out. Hang on a second. I'm sending literally the maximum amount of thingy I can. That's so weird. It's completely maxed out, the internet. There's some sort of bottleneck happening, and I need to figure out what. I don't know. Let's kill those birds. Kill those birds. Let me kill the dungeon music. I don't know. Yeah, guys, I'm really sorry for this, but I don't actually want to do a stream where it's completely buffering all the time. So I'm gonna end it, and then next Sunday we'll resume it again. So you won't have to wait 2 weeks, guys, to do this. Do you know what I mean? It's going good at the moment. Yeah, it's not guaranteed, is it? Though it's like clearly I don't know what's going on. There's something tutti frutti going on with the internet. It might be good now, or. But then it could crap out again, so I'd rather like have a clean stream. Like, we've never had this issue before ever. You know what I mean? So there's a reason for it. I got to figure out what it is. So next I'll recreate a thing. I'll put the link in my Discord, guys. The link to part 2 will go in my Discord, and look, my video is like 3 minutes behind my control panel video. That's like way too far behind. I'm gonna put it. The link it will be in the Discord, guys, for next week's video. But obviously, just come to my channel 12 noon this Sunday coming, or next Sunday now. And we'll sort it out. And I'm very, very sorry for this, but this is it. This is what happens. Life of a YouTuber. You win some, you lose some. You know, this is what happens. But guys, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate that. We've started the book. We've mapped out our character. and we will finish it next week, and hopefully no internet issues. Guys, thank you so much. I shall see you all next week. Take care. Have a great Sunday, guys. You've got a bit of time off, early for good behavior. Okay, and I'll see you all next week, guys. Take care. Bye.